If you're a business owner out there and you might be struggling currently with getting social media to effectively work for you and bring you more clients, well, in this video today, I want to show you exactly that. I want to show you the most simple content funnel that I have found that has generated me more prospects and has them pre-sold, ready to work with me even before we hop on a call. And don't worry, this has nothing to do with any kind of silly trends or algorithm hacks, but just simple content that works the way that you actually want it to for your business. So we're going to jump into the computer today, and I'm actually going to walk you through step by step how you can achieve this for yourself. And I call this the simple social sequence. Let's get into it. All right, guys, now that we're inside the computer here, I want to run you through, like I said, the best content system and funnel that I have found to work the best for somebody who's heavily invested in social media being a way to generate more sales and interest into your high ticket products and services. So one thing to keep in mind for that this system doesn't necessarily work for every business and industry type out there. This works best for, like I said, high ticket realms of products or services. I would say probably valued over $500 or more every single month. If you're doing more low end e-commerce or different things like that, you'll probably do better with traditional, ads and running people directly to buying pages and so on and so forth when it comes to, running ads using social media. So what I want to walk you through here is I want to walk you through two different systems that actually make up one simple social sequence that I've been putting together for the better half of the last year of 2024. I have done everything under the sun in the past 3 years when it comes to digital marketing, from simply just doing organic and doing paid ads and running different types of funnels, low ticket, VSL funnels, all kinds of different things. And this is the best thing that I have actually found to work with my schedule, my timeline, and honestly, it's just produced the best results for me, and I wanted to share it with you. So getting right into it, this is the simple social sequence. So let's do a little bit of pre-framing to this. So talking about social media in general, this is a process for social media. And what I believe a lot of people still who run businesses, what they get caught up in is they get caught up in what social media once was or what it was meant to be when it started off, and compared to what it is now in the mindset of an entrepreneur or a business owner. So what was it then? Social media, when it started off, it was just places for us to stay connected with friends, family, and get acquainted with new connections who were like-minded in what it is that we like to do as individuals. And I believe that a lot of social media still revolves around this for the average consumer of social media. But if you are an entrepreneur out there, then you have to look at it in a different light now. And what it is now is it's a powerful marketing tool for businesses and entrepreneurs out there to spread the word and message about what their products and services help the consumers out there accomplish. So who's on social media? I can't believe that I have to say this, but just about everybody. The ages of accounts that are coming onto social media are getting younger and younger by the day. And that may not mean anything to you right now. You may be thinking, well, I can only sell to adults, or, somebody's got to have money to buy my products or my services. That is true. But with the fact that they are getting younger and younger each and every day, that allows you the opportunity to just plant the seed about your brand and whom it is that you are and how you help people. Because eventually one day, these young people will have buying power in our society, and they could potentially buy your products or services in the future. So people are discovering more through social media than ever today. I am my own litmus test for this because I don't have cable anymore. So I don't find out about things through the traditional ways that I did, when I was much younger, through maybe commercials, different things like that. Every new information that I am fed literally comes from social media. So if you're not on social media as a business owner, this is a great place to start. So the two purposes of social media and content for business owners, and I think a lot of people get this confused, but it only should be to simply build awareness to your personal or professional brand and to start conversations. That's it, plain and simple. The building awareness is going to lead to these conversations, and those things are going to be the only thing that actually lead to actual money generated inside of your business. So again, like I said, that's it. Just those two things. That's the only two reasons that you should be focused on on your content is just building that awareness and starting the conversations. You're not trying to sell in your content. You're not necessarily shouldn't be focused on trendy things or different things like that, but you should just be focused on building awareness around what it is that you do and who it is that you serve and trying to start conversations from that. So let's get into different content types. And I think a lot of people already understand this, but I'd like to go over it a little bit because it helps frame what it is you're going to be doing with the simple social sequence. So different types of content out there. You have written text. It's going to be things like tweets or threads, right? We have images, we have videos, and then we have spoken words. This can be things like podcasts, right? And all of these combined together, using them cohesively, they provide goodwill through different various content types, and inevitably will have people take notice of your message and of the brand that you are trying to curate here online. So talking about video content just a little bit, there's two forms, long form and short form, and you should be doing both of them. And luckily with the system that I'm going to show you, you can do a whole slew of both of them all with just a short, limited amount of time. So we're talking about long form video. Where do we find long form video? We find that on YouTube. You can find that on LinkedIn. A lot of people are not leaning into LinkedIn the way that they should, especially if you're B2B, be leaning into LinkedIn with your video content. And then Facebook is another great place to upload long form content because it works really well there as well. But short form content, that basically can go anywhere. And I have LinkedIn on here as well for that. I personally release all of my short form content on LinkedIn, even though they don't have a natural place for it right now. They possibly might in the future. And I just like to give value where I can. And since everybody's so used to it on other platforms, it does fit kind of naturally in what people are used to seeing. So I put those messages out there on LinkedIn as well for myself. So these are the 4 types of video styles that I would start making right away. And in one of them that I'm going to cover here in just a few minutes is actually one that we see here. So the first one is business development content or biz dev content. So this is things like your podcast or your long form YouTube value content. Then we have things like authority short form. Authority short form, in my eyes, is just the talking head style content that gets people, kind of lured into your face, what it is that you do and the problems that you solve, with your products and with your services. Testimonials, I think that doesn't really need any much explanation, but it's just other people talking about you, your products, your services on your behalf. I think a lot of people only like to hear us talk about ourselves for so long, but they like to see the social proof aspect, and they like to see the testimonials out there of what it looks like to work with you, right? So these are another big piece that I would heavily invest in if I were you for your business. And then another one that I think is often overlooked, or some people might give kind of the cheesy rap to or something like that, is lifestyle content. And lifestyle content doesn't serve everybody, but it can serve many of you. If you are somebody that is very much a consultant in your job, right? Lifestyle content actually might work pretty well for you there. It helps establish that credibility and that authority, much like the informational, educational, info, and value content that short form authority content is. But we can do lifestyle content through different things like our stories on Instagram and even TikTok, and then also through vlog style content as well, right? I think vlogs are something that might, honestly, in my opinion, be coming back a little bit more. I know that they kind of had their heyday, 2016, 2017. A lot of people were doing vlogs, and I've seen more and more of them coming back, and a lot of people kind of shifting back to that long form content a little bit. I'm even playing around with these myself. So vlogs and stories, they're great components for lifestyle content. So first I'm going to walk you through here my first main section of the simple social sequence. And when we talk about content and releasing content, as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, you're really busy. You need a system that is going to get you this content as fast as humanly possible. I get it. You have a business to run. You have people to manage. You can't feasibly do this all day long. This is not the job that you signed up for, but I'm sure by now you're figuring out the necessity of your video content. So this is the first step into getting a mass amount of content per month. And if done in the correct manner that I'm about to lay out, you can get anywhere from about 50 to 70 pieces of content by just simply making 5 videos. And I'm going to walk you through that right now. So in this, I call this the 112-840 method. I'm workshopping that method name, but it roughly boils down to, with about a year and around 12 hours of time within that year, this is giving 1 hour per month to kind of get this done. We can feasibly get up to about 840 pieces of content. Now, for me, that number is 12. For you right now, that number might be 24 or 36, but you will get better the more and the longer that you keep up with this methodology. But how we start this methodology is we start at the top with our core knowledge. So that starts with us writing down 12 what I call pillar topics. So these are things that at a broad level, you know that you can talk about when it comes to your business, your industry, your niche, if you will. For examples, for me and what I do, I might talk about things like content strategy. I can say things like video editing. I can talk about other things like CRM softwares or backend systems. I can talk about Facebook ads, right? These are broad overall pillar topics that I can talk about every day on a daily basis. Then from there, we have to really pull out our expertise in these areas. And I have 5 white dots here under each of those core pillars. And what these are going to be subtopics from those main broad topics. So these are our 5 subcategories that we can talk about. So if we're talking about, in the example that I gave, video editing, right? I might be able to talk about video editing softwares, right? That could be one component. I might be able to talk about video editing styles, right? When to use certain ones, how to evoke emotion with your video editing, right? A lot of different things that I can talk about just under that broad topic of video editing. And what I do for these is I put all of this info broken down into a spreadsheet that really gets me a base area of what I know that I'm going to release as long form content. And that's what each one of these white dots represents. It represents a long form content video that we are going to also repurpose into several other videos that are going to roll week in and week out when we get everything ready to go. So create your 12 pillar topics and then 5 subtopics for each of those pillar topics. That's going to be the first thing that you're going to lay out. And this is how I go about laying out one of those individual topics and a few things that they need to encompass. So each month, you're going to pick 5 of those white dots, right? You'll pick one from one topic, one from another topic, so on and so forth. And you're going to do 5 of these each month. Now you can do 4 and kind of do a cadence of where you release one long form video every Thursday or something like that, right? But if you could do 5, you can get upwards of about 70 pieces of content when we do this each and every month. So I've broken down what it kind of looks like there on the right side of the screen, but there's 2 factors that we have to consider with this, and we have to make each of these videos in and around 12 to 15 minutes if we really want to pull out the maximum amount of content from them that we can without spending a whole bunch of time being able to film and record all of these, right? So making them 12 to 15 minutes is about a good time length for us. And we're going to use this format for each of these long form videos at minimum, right? And then here on the right is kind of the basic, skeleton structure that I use for each of my long form videos. So we have some kind of intro, some kind of hook statement, much like you saw at the beginning of this video. I told you what this video was going to be about, right? Then for that kind of subtopic from that main pillar, we're going to break it into 3 points of discussion and kind of have 3 points of discussion per each topic within this video. And that, in essence, will get us to about that 12 to 15 minute runtime that we need pretty quick. You'd be surprised at how fast this process goes when it is all laid out right in front of you. At the very end of these videos, we want to summarize what we talked about in this video, and if need be, put some sort of call to action at the end. You can run call to actions back to places like your Instagram to have them DM you for like a resource or something like that. But we just want to tell them the next thing that we want them to do. This could be as basic as just subscribing to our channels and liking and sharing the piece of content that they just watched. But having some sort of call to action at the end is going to help drive the traffic and the actions that we want to happen in the back end. So now how do we pull more content out of those videos that we made? So we just made 5 videos. How are we going to get to 70 pieces of content per month with 5 videos? Well, first we started off with 5 videos. That's the white dots, remember, from the beginning that you're seeing on the screen right now. We have 5 individual videos. And if you remember from that last screen, we broke each of those videos into topic 1, topic 2, topic 3, right? So those are the points that we would be talking about in the long form content. Now we're going to break that up into 3 what I call mid-form videos. So this is about 2 to 3 minutes that we would talk about each of those topics that we lined out in our video skeleton. Okay, so now for each video that has come out, we have 4 total pieces of content per. So right now we would be sitting at 20 pieces of content just from making 5. So you can see how we're going to start snowballing and stacking this content just from making 5 videos. Okay. From here, we move to step 5, and step 5 is going to be where the mass amount of volume actually comes out of this, and that is clipping up our long form content. I'm sure that you've seen a bunch of ads, you've seen a bunch of things about people out there clipping up their podcasts or their long form videos, and that's exactly what you're going to do here as well. Get you a membership to something like Opus Clip or Munch. I personally use Opus Clip. This video isn't sponsored or anything by Opus Clip. It's just what I've found, and it's what I've been using, and it has been helping me tremendously. And it's very, very user friendly. Anybody with minimal knowledge of video editing or no knowledge of video editing can run and operate these different programs. They are very easy to use. But from that long form video, once they're done, edited, you run through the program of your choice, and you're going to be able to pull at least 10 videos, assuming that you've met that 12 to 15 minute long timeline for each of the long form videos. You should get at least a minimum of 10 clips from each of those. So now we have, per one single episode, we have 10 short form clips, 3 mid form clips, and 1 long form video. So we have a total of 14 videos per long form video that we've made, and we've made 5 of them here. So that puts us up into that 70 pieces of content range that is pretty invaluable if you're talking about a month's worth of content. It's what I've been using for my wife and I's podcast, and it has been the thing that has been getting us about an average of about 24,000 views per month to one single channel. And we are honestly not even trying to monetize that right now whatsoever. But we are generating a lot of traffic too, sheerly due to the mass amount of content that we're putting out each and every month and each and every week. So in doing this, I know that kind of sounds like a lot, but in theory, you're only making 5 videos. You're planning 5 videos, and you are delivering and editing up 5 different videos, and then you're pulling those videos apart to make the content cadence that you need to amass a mass amount of volume per month. And you can do this all simply with one Saturday. You can get up on one Saturday per month, plan 5 videos, shoot 5 videos, make 5 videos, edit them up, and you will have 70 pieces of content I can guarantee you, before you go to bed that night. And at first, it will not be pretty, right? I've been in the content creation game now for 12 years myself, doing it for other people and myself for the past 4 or 5 years now. And I have a certain knowledge of what I have. So I know how to get through this probably more quickly and with a better execution than you might as a beginner. But this is something that is possible for you. Using free tools, using some simple, cheap, paid tools to help you with this process even faster, like the Opus Clip, like the Munch subscriptions. But it will save you a ton of time and potentially a ton of money at the beginning trying to do this yourself. It is possible for anybody to do. I can promise you that. So how do we turn all of the content that we're making into conversations, into what is actually really going to drive money to our bottom line? Well, we're going to infuse the second part of this, which involves paid ads. Okay. So why paid ads? Well, simply put, and this is what took me the longest time to actually, come to a realization for my own business. Paid ads are the most predictable way to put your message in front of the right people, right? They guarantee the impression. It's not just like posting organic, where you have no idea who's going to get it, who's going to get bombarded with it, who might interact with it. But with paid ads, you can geolocate and target the people that you want to if you are a local business owner, for example, right? You don't need to talk to people in California if you're from here in Houston, Texas, right? But you can show your message just to people here in Houston, Texas by doing targeted paid ads. Now, how most people currently run their ads today and why this is a little bit different, what I'm going to show you in just a second, is because they generally create an ad and then they might run them to like a contact us page or a basic info capture, trying to generate a lead about their product or their service, right? They might even run to a landing page where there's like a lead magnet that they're going to give away and then run them to a booking page after that for, signing them up for some kind of consultation or something, right? But I have found a better way if you are somebody out there who is like me and heavily invested in content as a way to nurture and attract the attention of the clients that you want to feasibly work with. So this is going to be where the main crux of the simple social sequence comes into play and what is the real engine and real driver of this. But we're essentially going to turn our Instagram into a funnel, right? So you might have heard that term funnel. What's a funnel? I have a website. Do I have a funnel? Well, most likely that you don't have a funnel if you just have a website. But the good thing is you actually don't need what we would call a traditional funnel. Even these days, you can use places like your Instagram as a funnel, as a lead capture, as a lead nurture, all at the same time, right? So the first step in using your Instagram as a funnel is you have to have a clear bio. And in our bio, we want it to do three things. We want to say who it is that we serve, how we do it, and then give them a clear call to action or a way that they can get a lead magnet from us. So we want to have at least those three things in there so it's clear on who, when somebody is seeing it, that they know that they're in the right place. Okay? So having a clear bio. Then we create two simple forms of ads. And these are the easiest forms of ads that I have ever ran in my entire life. And they honestly work wonders. And the first one is profile visit ads. So for you that might be out there that have no idea about ads or anything like that, if you've ever ran traffic through Google to your website, the same thing is a profile visit ad to your Instagram profile. And all these are simply to do is to build awareness and grow your followers. You will grow your followers inevitably out of this, and they are not bot followers. They are actual real people. These things are not like what some people might get hit with in the DMs and, you pay $20 and get 200 followers guaranteed. It's not like that. These are actual people out there that are seeing your stuff. They are clicking the follow button when they are being directed to your profile. And then next we have DM ads. And DM ads are a little bit closer down to the bottom of the funnel where you are telling them that you might have a lead magnet, which would be more top of funnel, but you can also go direct to your offer or to your service as well. And that's going to speak to more people who are in a definite need of pain and they want to know more how you can serve them with your products and with your services. But the key point in both of these is no matter what, they start conversations, right? You get a new follower from a profile visit ad, you have now somebody new that you can reach out to, right? If they fit the qualifications from a visual standpoint from their profile, let's say you're a B2B and you're going after entrepreneurs, much like myself, I will look at everybody's profile that I get a new follower from. If they're in my area and they look like they own a business and I think I can help them, I will thank them for following me and start a dialogue that way. Also with the direct offer, the lead magnet, that's people actually raising their hand and saying, hey, I want the thing that you're talking about there, right? So both of these translate into conversations. So some of the old ways that I talked about earlier, I talked about VSL funnels, low ticket digital products, webinars are still a really popular thing. Facebook lead forms, Facebook's even running ads right now about you using their lead forms, right? These are all things that still do technically work, but they are becoming increasingly more expensive as time goes on. But with this new way, with this simple social sequence, this is taking simple content and simple ads and simply turning those into conversations, which is all you really need to get started, to move, to make action, and to make more money into your business. So this is something that I came up with that I thought was pretty clever. I don't believe anybody else came up with it, but if you put yourself in an uncomfortable situation, i.e. going through the dirtiness of having content out there that might not be as polished as you want as a new beginner in running your own digital marketing and your own content marketing, if you put yourself in an uncomfortable situation, you will just see how comfortable you become with the reps. It's like going to the gym. Nobody knows how to do it for the first time when they go by themselves. It's only by going, trying, failing, and getting positive feedback that you actually get what you want out of the situation. So that brings me to the end of this video. I made this video to show you a 30,000 foot view of what the simple social sequence looks like. And this is the best way that I have been able to create a volume amount of content each and every month, and then actually drive the results that I want through conversations happening all here on my Instagram profile. So if you found some value in this video, please make sure that you send it to somebody else that you feel might need it. And if you liked everything that I saw here and you want to know how that you can implement this for yourself, then I want you to go back to my Instagram, and that is _Evan Andrews. And you can DM me the word social, and I'll send over some more information on how I can help you accomplish this for yourself. So that's all I have for you today. And like I said, I hope if you guys got a bunch of value out of this, that you share it, you give it to somebody that might need it. And if you're looking for any further information from me on how I can help you do this, make sure you go over to my Instagram once again, at _Evan Andrews. DM me the word social, and I'll tell you how I can help you do this as early as tomorrow. Peace out, guys.